On now, this is more lighthearted. As you know, many people are locked down around the nation, and kids are home all day, moms are working all day, dads are helping out all day, and many people sometimes they complain or they feel overworked. Personally, I'm gonna tell you, deal with it. You know, I myself always think of my mom. She had 9 kids, and she would be up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and she'd go to bed 9 o'clock at night. But she looked forward to doing everything all day with her kids. It was an adventure for her. She took pride in it. She enjoyed it. Somehow, individualism, I guess, has taken over, where they try shaming you for loving and caring for your family or finding the happiness in loving your family. So that's what I think is causing a conflict between the mothers and the children or whatnot. It's not so much the time spent together, it's just I want me time. I want my time. Give me, please, please, please. But no, that's not happening right now. Maybe this is a good thing for the marriages and society and whatnot. So let's break into this article. Think about your your mom when mommy, mommy, I'm hungry. She'll either tell you, hey, go to the kitchen, peanut butter and jelly, make it yourself, or you find some weird things in the kitchen and you try making them and it either tastes bad or it tastes good. Sometimes your mom would do the same. So since people are home right now, it's kind of causing this effect to happen. So burnt bread, collapsed cakes, and inedible potatoes. The kitchen failures of Vietnamese families in self-isolation are being shared online with hundreds of thousands joining Facebook group to compensate for their culinary catastrophic problem. Actually, it's kind of funny. I read this article. I typed in the thing on Facebook and everything else. I wanted to join this group and read some of the stories, but this article and even Facebook itself does not show me this group. So I was going to give a shout out to this group and include their link to joining their group, but I couldn't find it. Maybe you guys are luckier and you can find it. With half the world in lockdown due to the virus pandemic, master chefs in the kitchen making across the globe have been posting snapshots on social media of their perfect sourdough and glossy, gooey brownies that they while away the hours in the kitchen. So many people have been baking bread that yeast has become, some people have been baking bread that yeast has become scarce. But in Vietnam, Doc Dinh Thuong, founder of the Facebook group, decided that the world needed a Baker's Benefit Club for a grain of truth. I think when there are groups showing delicious dishes and nice homes, we should also have some place where people can share their families so that people feel more comfortable being themselves, the videographer from Hanoi said. He stated he started the group last week and its membership has risen fast, boasting more than 800,000 people by Wednesday. Yeah, like when I looked at a group, I saw like 800 people. So I didn't get the right group somehow. Some have shared pictures of smoldering pans and clongered black lumps in pots. Others have posted snaps of unhappy children refusing to eat what their parents have cooked. How have you felt as a mom or dad when your parents like handed you a dish, when you hand your kid a dish, and they go, what face do they give you? Like, big frown, or no, 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 with their hands crossed, or do they stop and walk away? And how did you act when your parents did that? I really would like to know. Please put your thoughts below. Okay, so during the pandemic, suddenly one has to cook 3 meals a day. Wow, that's just so hard. Not particularly nowadays with grocery stores. Clean the house with the kids at home, making things a mess. There will be more accidents. I kind of agree but don't agree. Again, my mom raised 9 kids, but on top of that, she provided daycare. She always had like 6 to 8 kids on top that she was watching and prepared meals and everything. So most of urban Vietnam is preparing to enter its third week of self-isolation, despite the country's relatively low cases. It's actually true that Vietnam opened up about half of its cities, so there's a few areas that are still closed for one more week. Fellow group's member Han Hyun Hon appeared to have been struggling in the kitchen too, posting pictures of green tingled cake that had collapsed on itself. Now, why can't these Vietnamese cook? I thought that's one thing every Vietnamese mother taught their child. Not to mention, in Korea and Japan, most kids study their life away. So before they marry, they take like 6 months to a year they call it marriage classes, where they learn how to cook, they learn how to take care of a baby, they learn how to like repair a house or whatever, basic things. So yeah, that's why Vietnam doesn't have that. But it's kind of funny that it's funny that is Korea culture and Japan culture. Normally, I am quite confident in my housework ability, but I cannot explain how it happened. Meanwhile, one first-time chef couldn't hide her disappointment as she faced blackened fried potatoes for dinner. It was kind of hard to fry black potatoes. Usually you can get brown, but how do you get black? I made this following on an online tutorial, but I really don't know how things ended up like this. Tryon told the AFP from his home, Tokyo, admitting, I don't know how to cook. So, again, what have you cooked to please your kids or that your kids stopped and ran away? And how are you dealing with being at home? Are you enjoying being a mother, father, parent, guardian more? Or is it stressing you out? Please leave your comments below. Hi, the small clip you saw was brought to you by Loyal World News. If you like what you saw, you should subscribe and look up my daily Loyal World News report for its full version. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, prefer to be on the road, I also have a podcast in every full-length video I put up.